What is up, everybody? How are y'all doing on this fabulous Friday evening? We are back with some more Ace Attorney. Isn't that right, GCD?
Yes, I like pudding.
Okay, old man. We just gotta save Shamu, okay? Just can you hold out for that?
Let me see. Where's my coffee? Here we go. Ah, I forgot I hate coffee.
Oh my gosh, I'm just imagining, like, can you imagine, like, it's just, like, you're, like, pretending to be, like, Godot or, like, some other quirky Ace Attorney character. You're, like, who wants to be, like, the coffee thing, but you keep forgetting that you don't like it.
It's like, you know that clip of SpongeBob where the kid's got the ice cream cone and he's crying? He's like, I hate pistachio. Why'd you ask for it?
Then why did you order it?
It's like, I hate coffee. Then why did you cosplay as Godot?
Oh my gosh, yes. I mean, nothing's stopping you from putting other liquids in that coffee cup.
Well, true, but then would it really be a Godot cosplay?
I mean, and no one has to know. No, but if anyone in the Ace Attorney like games, I would want to be Godot. You'll just have to stop by Starbucks, or that would just ruin the entire thing right there.
If Godot went to Starbucks, I would automatically not like his character anymore.
I could see him, like, on like rare occasions go to Starbucks, you know, be like you know how he takes like 17 cups of coffee, like he just was like super late and just to the office, you know, he has all of his coffee at the office, so he has to get a coffee to get himself to the office. I could see him like dealing with that. All right, now we're done with our fan theories. Are you ready for the case at hand?
Yes, we're going on trial for a whale.
We're defending a whale. Also, hello, Dr. Awesome. Hello, 13 Lion. Hello, Lamb. Hello, Jobu. And hello, Jokingly Crappy. Good morning, Mr. Wright.
Good morning. Chipper as ever this morning, I see.
I'm just thankful we actually get to have a trial for Orla. As a matter of fact, I just ran a few laps around the courthouse to get extra pumped.
The judge was probably looking over this case like, okay, so we're on trial for a whale. Must be a slow crime week.
He's like, why do I always get... Oh, it's Phoenix. Okay. I was wondering where he's been all these years.
And I just splashed my face with some water to get sleep out of my eyes.
Oh, I also queued the Swashbuckler video so we can watch it at any time.
Okay, then.
Please don't tell me we get to like watch it several times over the course of the case.
Please, no. Is it gonna be one of those games like where they really were proud? Is it gonna be like a Apollo Justice Chapter 4 where they were really proud of that animation they did, so you had to watch it again and again and again?
I think we watched it 25 or 26 times. It was Guitar Serenade.
Good, probably. That's a fair estimation.
If I had to guess, it was probably 25 times.
Thanks. It might just help our case.
Granted, I think some of it was a skill issue because we had to rewatch it several times because we missed what they were looking for.
Fair enough. By the way, you have some dark circles. Did you stay up late watching this?
What? Me? No, I just woke up early, that's all. Guess I need to cover them up. I get ragged on enough as is by Prosecutor Blackquill.
Speaking of being pumped, I'm pretty fired up for this trial too. It's been a while. So,
What's up?
I was just... So, Athena already knows who Prosecutor Blackquill is at this point, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but what... I'm a little confused, because the...
So the first game...
Okay. I forgot the second trial takes place before the first trial in this game.
Yes.
I had the order of things a little mixed up. Never mind.
I mean, look at it. It's all super pokey and prickly and stuff. It's amazing.
That was a compliment, right?
Good luck, Mr. Nick. I'll be cheering you on from the gallery.
Thanks, Pearls. It's been so long, I'm actually a little nervous.
Good morning, Mr. Lawyer. You forgot about rhymes.
Okay, I forgot who this guy was for a second, so the first thing that went through my mind was drug addict.
Good morning, Mr. Lawyer. Oh, Mr. Rhymes, you came to watch the trial? Yeah, Sasha's back at the aquarium with Orca. So I thought I'd better come here to watch for her. Well, don't you worry. We're gonna win for Orla. Isn't that right, boss?
Right. One unprecedented trial coming right up. Gosh, this must be a record.
What's that?
How many lawyers have had unprecedented trials? Phoenix has had like 5 by now.
His entire career is unprecedented.
Fair enough.
Court is now in session. All rise.
Should I just do the judge's voice like he's already done with the trial? It's like, court is now in session for the trial of Aura Shipley. I don't even want to be here.
Just in case that he doesn't know who Orla is, though.
All right, good point. Court is now in session for the trial of Aura Shipley. The defense is ready, Your Honor.
Humph. Must we waste words on this?
Prosecutor Simon Blackquill, known as the Twisted Samurai. He's a prosecutor who's also a convicted felon. They say he never conducts a trial without his loyal hawk Taka by his side.
Look at Taka. Taka's ready.
Mr. Rice, it's been quite a while since I've seen you like that. The lawyer image suits you. You look younger somehow. Thank you, Your Honor. And you look and you look as young as ever yourself.
You're almost like you're ageless. You've yet to age over the last 15 years.
Well, I have to keep up with you folks after all.
Oh yeah, true. Mentally, his age is really good because he just has to follow what's going on in these court cases. He's like, okay, so
great.
because of paranormal activity, so-and-so killed a bird that then killed our defendant. Okay, got it.
It's a good thing I played Brain Age for an hour before coming to court.
I am 13, brain age-wise.
By the way, has the defendant arrived in court yet?
Yeah, he doesn't know.
Ah.
He doesn't know. Surely you jest your baldness. Did you not receive the memo? The defendant, Aura Shipley, is an orca at Ship-Shape Aquarium.
An orca?
Yeah, he doesn't know.
Arrangements for this trial were only made yesterday, so I didn't have time to review. But an orca defendant? It's plainly absurd!
He's like, okay, it makes so much sense now why you're here, Phoenix. This is why you're here. Direct your comments to the defense. He's the absurd fellow who insisted on defending the orca in court in the first place.
Absurd or not, I will carry out my duty to defend my client.
Your duty to defend your crying aunt? Don't you mean crying orca, Mr. Wright?
If we are to proceed, we must treat the orca as we would any other defendant. Every soul, be it man or beast, is of equal value. The question is whether that soul is painted in white or black. Take Taka, for example. He's as human in spirit as you or I.
The real question is, am I in for more pain, as always?
Yes, you are, Phoenix.
Don't you know your job by now? Orca or not, I suppose the defendant is still a defendant. And I vow to render my verdict fairly and impartially. Ahem. Now then, Prosecutor Blackquill, your opening statement, if you would.
I suppose I could hardly leave it to someone who knew nothing of the defendant. Very well. Listen carefully. The orca murdered the owner of Ship-Shape Aquarium in the aquarium's orca pool. The orca apparently toyed with the victim mercilessly as he died.
A sadistic orca. What a chilling thought. And where exactly is this defendant now?
Inside this. It's the phone.
Cell phone, Prosecutor Blackquill?
Time marches on, your baldness. With or without us. I borrowed this TV phone from the aquarium, which will allow us to interact with the orca.
A TV phone. Very well. The court accepts it into evidence.
Cell phone used by Ship-Shape Aquarium staff. This model can connect to TVs. We will be able to view the defendant in question on this large monitor. We're teaching the judge how to set up Zoom. Fulbright, prepare for transmission. Ha ha ha! You got it, Prosecutor Blackquill!
I'll give Fulbright this. I love how he's always optimistic.
He is. I like that about him. You know, I like the defendants. I mean, the whole the fact that the detectives are kind of like got nothing going in their heads.
Mm-hmm.
We will
The
proceed.
only
with
detective I think.
Oh, what's up?
Sorry. I was
Go
thinking. It just occurred to me like probably the only detective that did was Darian. You remember the tactical nuclear weapon hair?
Oh
Torpedo
yeah,
hair?
the guy that ended up in Serenade, who ended up doing the kill.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, true. And you know what? The only ones that like they have to be dumb, otherwise they get trialed for murder.
Exactly. He was the only one who wasn't a murder. He was the only one who wasn't a moron, and he was the murderer.
Yes. I
Okay,
mean, Emma's kind of smart, but at the same time, she's kind of done with life. So.
Exactly. Yeah. She's I say like she was also kind of jaded, but in a different way than Phoenix was in that game.
Yeah, true.
So that is the orca that stands accused, is it? Wow. This flipper animation just makes me think it's smacking its butt. Like, come get some, wimp.
You're too slow.
Aw, she's waving her flipper at us. Maybe she's cheering us on?
I could just imagine the judge just waving right back at the orca.
Oh, hello there, you cute little sea animal. Oh, that's me.
Orla, wish Phoenix and Athena luck.
She got a little tuna snack.
I saw that. Oh, it's quite cute, isn't it? And this adorable creature is suspected of killing a man?
Orla really poured on the charm, huh? She is far from cute. She is a violent, reckless animal.
Only if you make her mad.
That's right. My name's Bobby Fulbright, and I'll take over the explaining from here. Now, if I could direct your attention to this diagram of the crime scene. Following the report of the orca attack, the police raced over to the ship-shape aquarium. There, we found a guest who says she saw the orca and the victim from the visitor's corridor. As the witness was watching, the orca suddenly went crazy and attacked the victim. The orca was the only one there. Therefore, no one else could have committed the crime. It's not quite finished, but I have a portion of the autopsy report here. Instant death from a brain contusion. There are signs of blunt force trauma all over the body. Well, at least it was in
a contusion.
It's like a kind of blunt force trauma.
Oh, okay.
Like if the blow to the head, you know, like if you take a blow to the head, it goes through the skull and kind of impacts the brain.
Mm-hmm. Contusions, also known as bruises, are caused by a direct blow to the body that can cause damage to the surface of skin and deeper tissue. Okay. So yeah, it is a severe amount of blunt force trauma.
And yes, Brooks, that is correct. We're trying to prove the whale innocence.
I can't imagine the terror of being attacked underwater by such a large creature.
But attack
does
it
sound
did.
like one of the worst ways to. Sorry, I honestly do not mean to keep interrupting you.
Oh, it's all good. No, I don't. I definitely agree. Like, can you imagine you're just in the water and all of a sudden you're just attacked?
Uh-huh. I remember, I don't know if the videos are around anymore, but I kind of remember actually seeing a video. I don't know if it was real either, but I saw a video of a man get attacked by an orca.
Oh, dang.
Yeah, I wonder if that video is still out there. You know what? I don't want to look for it. It was horrifying.
Oh, I bet. Also, in a like a little more jovial, because no one actually got hurt. But did you hear about those cases of the orcas attacking those mega yachts?
No, this is news to me. Do tell if it's funny.
A pod of killer whales came to a mega yacht, and they started attacking it. Like straight up, just like bashing their heads into it, like trying to like get it to capsize. No one got hurt. No one got hurt, so it's like you're allowed to kind of just like laugh at the weirdness of it without feeling bad, you know. But it's just so weird.
Yeah, what could they possibly have thought it was?
I have no clue. And the fact that they saw something that big and just decided, you know what, we could take them. But attack it.
Those
did.
whales have.
Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say those whales have some serious cojones.
This is our time. We got this. Just imagine, you just come up. It's like, okay, you know what? It's not as dumb, because imagine if like a UFO landed in Florida. How many like shotgun hillbilly rednecks will be shooting at it with a shotgun? I think that's kind of the equivalent.
I'd probably join them.
There you go. That's pretty much the equivalent of like orcas attacking a mega yacht. Is just Earth fleets shooting a shotgun at a UFO. But attack it did. Prepare yourself for the grisly details, your baldness.
I joined in on the hillbillies attacking the ship, because I don't want to find out if the anus probing is real or not.
You know, once it happens, it'll be over quick. Who knows, though? The prosecution moves to introduce our witness, Fulbright. You got it, Prosecutor Blackquill. In justice we trust. One brave lady whose fine sense of justice compelled her to speak. Coming right up. Oh yeah, it's her. How dare you make me wait? Don't you know I'm a busy woman? I could have written an entire book for all the time I spent in that lobby.
My dyslexia kicked in for a second there. I thought the dialogue said I could have written an entire book on my body.
Fair enough.
And I was about to say, well, you got the space for it. Prosecutor Blackquill?
Well, I am Norma DePlume, and I'm a non-fiction writer. I just realized as well, DePlume I think is a pun on like pluming. I think when like something beaches, that's called a plume.
Is that right?
I think so. Or when I think when the whale like the blowhole, I think that's called pluming. I could be mistaken though.
Let me see if I can get a definition of it. A plume, noun, a feather, especially a large, showy one. A token of honor or achievement. Okay, it has a verb. It means to decorate, to smooth. I'm not sure what the pun is here.
Okay, never mind. I thought it was something related to the whale.
Well, what about like a doubloon? Isn't that what they would call a piece of treasure? Or?
Yes, I think Norma DePlume. Okay, maybe. I get it now.
Am I the only one who isn't telepathic here?
Looks like she could read into people's words just as well as I could read into people's hearts.
Not everything needs to be a competition, Athena. What? Nora DePlume? The great non-fiction writer, Miss Nora DePlume herself?
Why, yes, Your Honor. I fucking hate your work.
I've read all your works and enjoyed them immensely.
Her name, this is from Dr. Awesome. Her name comes from the phrase nom de plume, which is a synonym for used by authors, also known as a pen name. That's actually really cool.
That is clever.
That is really cool. I had no clue. Thank you, Dr. Awesome.
Your million seller, The Great Grief of the Great Thief, is one of my favorites.
Oh, are you a fan, Your Honor? I could give you my autograph if you'd like.
Wait a second. I could swear you looked much different in the photos in your book. Oh, please show us the book.
Oh, please.
Oh, please let this cat out of the bag.
Well, I used ones from 10 years ago in my books so that the paparazzi won't harass me. Oh yeah, I'm sure that's the reason. The judge seems so shocked. Oh my gosh. He's being catfished. What? He's being catfished.
Oh no!
Okay. You know what's even better? It layered in even more. In the case all dedicated to fish puns, the judge got catfished. Oh, that's perfect.
The visual disconnect must be really doing a number on His Honor's head.
Could we get started, please? If I find you to be lacking as a judge, you will see your debut in my books.
Such harsh comments. You really must be the real Nora DePlume. Who knew Mr. Plume was so famous?
Enough jabbling. Tell the court what you saw, and keep it brief. I would thank you to not order me around. I am perfectly willing to tell everyone what I witnessed, It was the moment of the murder.
Very well then. Please proceed with your testimony.
I went to Shipshape Aquarium to see the killer whale. As I was watching the killer whale from the visitor corridor, it suddenly went crazy. I saw the killer whale bite the victim to death in it with its huge mouth and deadly teeth. I think there it is right there. Cause of death was blunt force trauma, contusion to the brain.
Do we have a photo of the murder actually, or the scene? Let's take a quick look at that.
All right.
It looks like there is a bite mark on him though.
Yeah, because the autopsy did say that there were signs of blunt force trauma all over the body. But she's saying that she saw the killer whale bite the victim to death.
Good point.
We might need to press that, but I think we might can present the autopsy with that one.
Okay.
Attempting to remain calm, I reported the incident to the police immediately.
The adorable defendant really did that? It must be more vicious than it looks.
Now, deliver your judgment so I may carry out the sentence. It's like, dude's wanting some sushi.
Objection!
The defense would like to do some defending first, if that's all right.
Must you drag this out with your tomfoolery? That's my patent, dude. The defense always has a right to cross-examine the witness, you know. A fellow inmate told me just this morning. If you want something signed, all you need is the document and a witness.
Let me guess. They were convicted for contract fraud, right?
Murder, but I get what you're talking about. Oh my gosh, it actually is fraud. You may defend now. All we need in this case is the evidence and a witness to convict. It's as simple as that.
Looks like I guessed right. Sorry, but as Miss Sykes said, the defense has every right to cross-examine. Isn't that correct, Your Honor? Yes, of course. You may proceed with your cross-examination, Mr. Wright.
I shall relish the sight of you thrashing around in vain. I want to test my theory. Let's just press it just in case.
Hold it!
Okay. So you're saying you saw the very moment of the victim's death?
That is exactly what I'm saying. Oh, it was simply dreadful. It was as frightening as losing one's manuscript just before a deadline. Well, I can imagine that'd be scary.
I suppose for a writer, that would be pretty terrifying.
I witnessed the killer whale's horrific act, and I knew I had to do something, so... Any objections? I will, I say we present it. Like, I don't think she's purposely, I don't think she's purposely doing it, but this is important.
Okay. Technically, it does conflict, so... There you go. It would seem that you are mistaken, Mr. Plume.
I beg your pardon?
The autopsy report does indeed say death thought to be a result of an orca attack. But the actual cause of death is contusion from head trauma, not being bitten.
And the fact that Edgeworth is not in the prosecution, I am pretty confident with this. What? What? She's already sweating. But I'm sure the victim was bitten.
I don't believe that can be true. The security footage doesn't show anything of the kind.
Objection!
Just as I suspected. I knew you would peek at the footage behind Fulbright's back.
Well, what did you expect when he wouldn't play nice and share?
But unfortunately for you, the footage you saw was only one small part.
Huh?
Yesterday, after I decided to take this case to trial, I re-reviewed all of the evidence. Taka, the evidence I gave to you for safekeeping. I love it when the hawk's on top of the judge's head.
Its claws aren't that sharp, right?
Guess that hawk is higher up on the pecking order than Fulbright and Blackwell's book. Whoops. Guess that hawk is higher up on the pecking order than Fulbright and Blackwell's book.
I mean, do you blame him? You know what? Oh, go ahead.
Very well. Let's view the footage.
I can't believe it took me this long. You know what Taka is?
What?
A jailbird. It took me so long. Oh my god.
What's this? The orca is biting the victim.
Yeah, there's no way we could change that. That's definitely a bite. Is that the bite of 87?
No way!
I think the orca's gonna get the chair. We're gonna need a bigger chair. I have to say that this appears to be very damning evidence.
We get a second page with the bite of 87 added. No! I can't believe Orla really bit him! And there is more. Look at this. This photograph was taken while the body was being examined.
There seems to be a strange bruise on the victim's right wrist.
I'll have the crime lab examine the bruise and calculate its relevance to the case at hand. What's important right now is evidence that points to the orca as the killer. Oh my gosh, look at his hair. His hair is a whale tail.
Wow.
Instead of a rat tail, my man has a whale tail.
That's the new one.
Look at the left side of the body. See the orca's tooth marks in the victim's clothes?
Yes, they do appear to suggest that she did in fact bite the victim.
Oh, snap. I told you so! And then the killer whale swam towards the surface with the victim in its mouth.
Objection!
However, in the autopsy report, the cause of death is contusion from head trauma.
Objection!
You are much too impetuous? Petuous?
Impetuous? I think impetuous?
You are much too impetuous, right, Dono? Granted, the orca biting the victim was not the cause of death. The witness was mistaken about that.
Then what explanation is there for what the witness saw?
Did I not say in the beginning? the orca toyed with the victim mercilessly.
My goodness!
After killing the victim, the defendant swam around with his dead body in her mouth. Just like any other predator toying with its prey. Oh, just like any other predator toying with its prey. Mr. Wright! The heart of the people in the gallery are suddenly filled with fear! Fear of Orla!
So the defendant bit the victim after she had killed him. But if that's the case, then we must still figure out how the defendant killed the victim. Prosecutor Blackwell, do you have a sound theory to give this court?
I wouldn't be standing here if I couldn't prove whether the orca's heart was black or white. But Orla is black and white. Her body, I mean.
Athena, please try not to provoke Prosecutor Blackwell.
This witness also observed the actual moment of the murder. Think back, word mistress. Think back to what you observed before the orca bit the victim. Ah, I see what you're driving at. So that was the true moment of the murder, was it? Now, explain it in a way that even these simpletons can understand. There you go again, ordering me around. Stop that this instant. But whatever. I don't mind telling my story. I saw the killer whale before it toyed with the body as well. I saw it the moment it killed the victim by headbutting him. Uh-oh.
Orla killed the victim by headbutting him?
That's right. It rammed the victim over and over again. Recall that the autopsy report stated that there was bruises all over his body. Recall as well how persistent the defendant can be when she's attacking her prey. And we all just saw the killer whale's headbutting the victim in the footage. Don't forget.
That footage backs up Mr. Plume's testimony. But there's also something very important it does not show.
The actual crime itself. Now, do you see what a menace this killer whale is?
Objection!
I'm sorry, but I can't allow your testimony to stand unchallenged. Looking at this footage, the orca certainly seems to be headbutting something. But you'll note that the something is not the victim.
Oh? Oh my gosh, Marilyn Monroe pose!
Oh, ugh.
I want to look away, but I can't. Even if it was the victim, you couldn't have seen him from where you were, could you?
What? Oh, well, I suppose not.
Mr. Plume, did you actually witness the victim getting headbutted by the defendant?
Let's see. I remember now. As I recalled, a rock in the shape of a skull was obstructing my view.
So you are admitting that you couldn't see the victim?
Yes, I suppose I am. However, immediately after the headbutting, the victim came floating up. He came up from behind the skull-shaped rock, and his body was all limp. What else could I think except for the killer whale was headbutting the victim?
Objection!
But if you didn't actually see the moment of the attack itself, then it's pure conjecture.
You know, he do have a point. He do have a point, though.
Objection!
Must I do everything around here? How dare you speak so rudely of me? There's no need for hysterics. Clear your mind and recall how you reached your conclusion. Though you couldn't see what the orca was attacking, you didn't need to, did you? Because you knew she was behaving exactly as she had only 1 year prior. Oh!
1 year ago?
That's right! Yes, that's it! That's how I knew the killer whale was headbutting the victim!
I'm sorry, but could someone explain exactly what happened a year ago?
If you must know, a very similar incident occurred only last year, in which the defendant murdered her trainer.
What? The orca murdered her trainer, you say?
What? Is this really true? This is not looking good for us.
This is probably good information we should have asked the cute chick.
Yeah, that might have been good.
It's all in this boat. It's all in this book. The Killer
Is it?
Whale.
But she's a nonfiction writer.
Yeah, nonfiction is truth.
Oh, whoops, my bad. I had him confused for. Oh, crap.
Oh no.
Super crap.
We're in trouble.
That book, The Killer Whale. That's Mr. Plume's latest work. I was just thinking of picking that up.
Spoilers, Judge. He's like, now I don't have to.
Oh, no.
Oh, poor Nico Robin.
That's a dead body.
That is a dead body. Last year, the defendant killed her trainer in the middle of a show. The orca headbutted and bit the victim.
She didn't look like she had any bite marks. Actually, I just looked at the stream playback. It looks like the orca bit her on the chest.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. The same thing she's accused of in this case.
That orca take the guy thing's a menace.
I never want to go to the beach again!
No, now everyone's even more convinced that Orla did it.
We were doing so well, but now everyone in the room has a bad impression of Orla. Man, I do not miss this job.
I should have count my blessings.
I don't want to think she did it.
Orla's like, I'm gonna kill you if you don't save me here.
I may be on a screen, but I have echolocation. I'm gonna find all of you.
Dude, these numbers
keep
seem
on-
familiar to you.
But it's hard to keep on believing somebody who can't even tell me her side.
Murder. That's what it says, translates. I'm a cold-blooded murderer.
Phoenix! Athena! You gotta believe in Orla!
Why didn't you bring this up, chick?
There's no way she'd kill anybody! You gotta save her, please! I'm begging you!
Sasha. What am I doing? God, my client like this. This is the time to be strong.
You know, since Pearls is in this chapter, do you think we're gonna get a Mia cameo?
A Mia cameo? Probably not.
I believe in Orla, and I'm ready to fight for our clients.
Would have been cool, but I don't think it's gonna happen.
I'll take everyone in this courtroom. I'll take everyone in this courtroom on if I have to.
If you think about it, Phoenix is now in the place of kind of in the place of Mia. He's now supervising these two younger lawyers.
That's true. He is passing the torch. So does that mean he's gonna get? Does that mean that he's gonna get killed and start like possessing Apollo? It's like Athena, Athena, I'm here to help. That's how the seventh game starts. They kill.
Technique. Surprisingly, men can learn it.
Oh my god! Can you imagine they start the seventh game and they just kill off Phoenix?
I would leave. I would leave the street.
I would be
Zeke,
so sad. I would be so sad.
Don't worry, Sasha. We won't give up on Orla. We'll defend her to the very end.
Thank you. Thank both of you.
Why did oh, anime, wow. Why did Phoenix choose an orca for his first case back? It was kind of sprung on him. He didn't ask the important questions. But thank you so much, Jesse, for the $2.
Imagine Edgeworth getting the news that he, for his first case back, he defends a freaking whale.
He's like, oh, Phoenix. What the fuck are you doing?
Oh, well, it makes more sense than defending Larry.
It's like it's either Larry, Maya, or some weird-ass animal. Never change, Phoenix. It's always those three.
We are Aura's lawyers. But who else can save her? Can't give up now.
For an instant there, you were afraid of the orca. Weren't you, right, Dono? When you saw the photograph of the victim from a year ago, you turned paler than me.
He saw right through me.
It's obvious you have neither the guts nor the determination to defend the orca.
It's true that Orla can't speak, and I don't know her thoughts. But there's a certain someone who believes in Orla with all her heart.
I could see through your thoughts, Phoenix. Joke's on you, I got no thoughts.
I respect the trust she has in Orla, so I'm willing to believe in Orla too.
And what do you know about orcas? Nothing, that's what. So, allow me to fill you in. Do you have any idea why orcas are also called killer whales? Because they are cunning and merciless predators that hunt and kill even true whales.
So killer whales are really killers? What terrifying creatures indeed.
I just thought it was a cute name.
Well, they don't call them pillow whales.
They're just cuddly whales. That would be the real
friendly
surprise.
ice cream man whales.
I can't bear to hear any more such rubbish as trusting a killer. Can you, your baldness?
No matter what you say, I will continue to believe. I don't give up that easily, you know.
Oh, I know. Dullard, you don't know when to give up, do you? Very well. I shall give you a chance to prove just how determined you are. Witness, spare no quarter and lay the full truth on them. But of course, that is what I do after all.
Prosecutor Blackwell, what will you have the witness testify about?
I shall have her testify about what she saw and what she heard.
What she heard?
Very well. Mr. Plume, please tell the court what you saw and what you heard.
The killer whale's behavior was exactly the same as a year ago. As I approached the pool, the killer whale suddenly started singing. I was calm when I saw it start to headbutt. But when the pirate hat and the victim came floating up, I let out a scream.
So the orca displayed the same behavior as during the incident a year ago.
That's right. Those weren't just simple cries. It was singing. As I approached the pool, the killer whale suddenly started singing. What was it singing? That's the question.
We are family.
As I killed this man, you see. It kept headbutting while it sang the Swashbuckler Spectacular song. Oh my God! Can you imagine like you're getting killed by something? You know, just whatever. And it's the Mickey Mouse Clubhouse song just playing in the background. That's just the first thing that popped in my mind. That's right! It was singing the same song it sang at the aquarium stage show back then! It was singing while it was headbutting! Oh, it was perfectly horrible!
It's like that audio of William Afton getting spring locked. Like
Oh
with the music playing and everything, and he's just screaming and bleeding to death.
Oh, no good.
I don't see a single obvious inconsistency in this testimony. It's clear I won't be able to take her statement or take apart her statement with evidence alone.
Mr. Wright, now would be a good time for me to put my skills to work. She's about to drop her album, her follow-up album. It's time to show what analytical psychology can really do.
You seem pretty confident.
My previous album bombed. I'm hoping this one's a comeback hit.
Just smile through the pain, Athena. Smile through the pain. Let me guess. You noticed a contradiction between the testimony and her emotions?
You bet I did. And once we expose it, we just might be able to crack her. No, scratch it. Make it. We'll definitely be able to.
Then let's give your knowledge of analytical psychology a try.
You got it, boss. A complete analysis of Mr. Plume's heart coming right up. Okay, the killer whale's behavior was exactly the same as a year ago. Okay, no emotions, kind of weird, but as I approached the pool, the killer whale suddenly started to sing. Okay, surprise, that makes sense. It was calm when I saw it starting to headbutt. It just looks like it's headbutting the rock. But when the pirate hat and the victim came floating up, I let out a scream. Okay, shock and sadness, that makes sense for this one.
Why is she sad when it was headbutting?
I said that's enough to take a look at that.
Mr. Plume, Orla really frightened you with her headbutting, didn't she?
Don't be absurd. I certainly was not frightened by the likes of any killer whale. Must have been something else that scared her then, boss. However, I do remember being very afraid for some reason while I was doing that. Sounds like maybe you saw something we haven't discussed yet. Take your time and try to remember what it was. What did you see?
This is practically turning into a counseling session.
Hey, boss, do you think I could charge $100 an hour for this on top of our lawyer fees?
I'll look into the legality of that.
We can double charge them, boss. Hello, Bonfire, and hello, Anthony. Also, hello, John. Anthony, the only thing you really missed is we just started the trial and we found out that the orca has killed killed the previous handler as well. I saw something? Oh! Ah! I remember now! Well, that was easy. Okay, good. Now, if you could please tell the court what you saw. I saw. No, we haven't, Jesse. We were told to check this one out after we got done with the second case. So we're doing it in continuity order. I saw bright red blood. The killer whale's ramming caused the victim to bleed. That was a great cloud of blood.
What?
Yes, that's it. That's why I was so sure. That's when I knew that killer whale had killed a person for a second time.
The aviator writer looks like a Karen. Well, you know, there's a reason I think she's Amelia Earhart, but the plane can't fly.
Well, that was a very compelling statement indeed. Looking at this again, there does appear to be something that could be a cloud of blood.
There's still a little bit of noise, though.
So her terror was a reaction to blood, was it? That would certainly explain what happened yesterday. Please take a look at this bloodstained coin. Please take a look at this bloodstained coin.
Eek! Cease and desist at once! What kind of man shows lady blood?
She doesn't have to get so worked up. Oh, does she have a fear of blood?
Yeah, she's probably squeamish.
Ah.
I just realized that seahorse is wanted for a lot of money.
100 million?
Yes.
What the hell did he do?
Horsing around. You know, it's quite fishy business, dude.
I hate this place.
I was badly injured during an interview once. Ever since then, I've been terrified of blood.
What kind of interviews do you take?
The very sight of it dreadfully upsets my dedicated sensibilities.
This is a bad turn. If Mr. Plume saw the blood...
The seahorse was caught laundering sand dollars.
I hate this place.
Then does that mean Aura really did attack the victim?
Have you ever seen a live sand dollar before?
Actually, yeah. When I was younger, my dad helped me catch one in the ocean.
They're pretty cool.
Yeah, it was a little weird when I turned it over and like all the little hairs and whatnot were moving.
Mm-hmm.
A little surreal, but kind of cool.
It would appear that orcas are even more vicious than I am. So, how does it feel to be thoroughly rammed by your own cross-examination, right, Dono? What do we do now, boss?
That testimony was all that... that testimony was not at all what I was expecting to hear.
Wait a minute. There's still some discord left in Mr. Plume's heart.
What? You mean there's more?
Yes, but there's no telling what it is. It could be something even more damaging.
there anything left of our case to damage? Well, whatever it is, we have to face it head on. Athena, you believe in Orla, right? If so, there's no reason for us to shy away from the truth.
Yeah, you're right.
I know we can handle the truth, whatever it is. So let's delve a little deeper.
You've got it, boss. Let's approach the pool. Killer whale suddenly started singing. After it started headbutting, I saw awful blood and I was terrified. Okay, so she got sad when she saw the blood and she was shocked. Which, you know, a whale attacking someone, blood coming out of, makes sense. Only thing is, why is she less sad when she actually saw the victim float up? I think that might be our only choice here.
We can try. Huh? Her fear appears to be less here at this statement. Mr. Plume, weren't you afraid when you saw the victim with blood coming out of him?
That is a very good question. I was shaken after witnessing a murder, yes, but then the blood seemed to disappear.
Disappear? And why do you suppose that was?
Simple. It was because of the pirate hat. After the killer whale put the hat on, the cloud of blood disappeared.
Objection!
Huh? I don't think that's how blood works. And how exactly does that work?
How should I know? I'm just telling you what I remember, Blue Boy.
Wait a minute. From whom was this blood that Mr. Plume saw actually coming from? Could it have been the whale?
It could have been from the whale. Let's do it.
Consider this. Maybe the one who was bleeding wasn't the victim.
I beg your pardon? What kind of ridiculous nonsense is that? There was no one else in that pool besides the victim.
Oh, I wouldn't say there was no one else. It is an orca pool, after all.
Your blood and my blood will stay in this pool and then the earth. What? Then where is this alleged injury on the defendant?
I'm not sure, but if simply wearing the pirate hat made the blood disappear, then the blood must have been coming from somewhere on Orla's head.
What? The orca's head? Are you prattling on? Oh, what are you prattling on about now? Please think about it again, Mr. Plume. Think back to what you really saw. That is, the one who was bleeding was not the victim, but the killer whale? I remember now. There wasn't any blood coming from the victim after all. Give me that hat, bitch. This is my hat. This is my town.
This is my swag.
Got my swag. Bro's trying to copy my swag, dude.
I think Wasn't
good.
swag a term that pirates actually use?
I don't know, maybe.
I feel like that's where its origins from. I thought that like it was a meaning for some kind of treasure.
We did it! Analytical psychology got us what we needed from her.
That was a huge help, Athena. It was also pretty dicey for a while there, though.
Well, this is a surprise. The blood the witness saw was the defendant's, not the victim's.
That is correct. And since there was no blood coming from the victim, there's only one thing we can conclude. That what Mr. Plume witnessed was not the moment of the murder, as she claims.
So somehow the whale got hurt, started bleeding, and was freaking out about that, then like started like trying to pick the victim up.
Maybe?
I thought you were unarmed, but it turns out you were concealing a sword all along. Nevertheless, it is far too dull to cut to the bone.
Meaning?
I grant that what the witness saw was not the victim's blood, but it proves nothing. After all, being rammed doesn't always result in a wound that bleeds, does it? Death from internal hemorrhaging is also a possibility.
Good. He has a point there.
If you wish to challenge me to a duel, you'll need a sharper blade than that, right, Dono? I demand evidence that proves the witness did not see the moment of the murder.
There must be something. Think, Phoenix. If I'm correct, then the victim's death occurred
Before she saw it.
Mm-hmm. If the victim was already dead when Orla started her headbutting, then that would mean he died sometime before Mr. Plume was watching her. The events Mr. Plume witnessed took place at around 10:10 a.m.
Oh, the victim could have died at that 7 o'clock meeting. Meet the captain at the Orca room at 7 a.m.
Oh. I must have something that can tell us about what happened before 10:10 a.m.
Take that!
This is the evidence that proved Mr. Plume did not see the moment of the murder.
Huh? I'm not sure that's really related to Mr. Plume, what Mr. Plume did or didn't witness.
But you're not sure, right?
Hey, thank you so much, Jesse, for another $2. Do you think Trucy's old family was horrible?
Not really. I mean,
I'm trying to remember. Did her dad murder someone, or was that someone else in that troop?
I don't know if it was confirmed whose bullet actually killed, or quote unquote killed, but he didn't kill anybody.
They were a weird bunch, I believe. I don't remember much about Apollo Justice. I'll be honest, I was not a big fan of that game.
I getcha. And Trucy's dad,
Dr. Awesome said Trucy's
almost...
dad left her forever. That's true. But
well,
she
he
also
was almost convicted of murder.
And he did leave her in the hands of Phoenix, who was willing to help her out. He knew, like, he did abandon her, yes, but he did abandon her into someone that would take care of her.
Still abandoned the child, though, so he's not exactly the greatest person. He's not, like, the worst, either.
Yeah, I mean, it could have been way worse, just, like, leaving her in, like, a park. Like, okay, have fun. Don't go to the ice cream man. Also, Wolfo, thank you for the $2 as well. What did I miss? The only thing you missed is the orca had killed someone in the past. A year ago. No, we can be quite sure it's unrelated.
Yes, quite.
Ouch. I guess we can be.
Okay, the events took place at 10:10 a.m. I could have sworn that would be it.
It's the only thing that's time related. Can we read a portion of that book actually? No, we can't. Oh, we can.
We could see her.
Is that even the same orca? It doesn't have the... I don't see the star-shaped pattern.
I mean, I think the star-shaped pattern was on the other side.
Okay then.
Time of death is still under investigation.
All right, then let's just look at each piece individually. Wait. Actually, go back.
Yes.
How about that poster right next to the badge? Advertising show.
Interesting.
What about that little anchor?
This is the command's Orla.
Okay. And there's a fish, walkie-talkie.
That's the entire show.
Does that, like... I don't suppose that DVD mentions a time when the show starts?
I mean, it's worth a shot, but I think the aquarium opens at 10, I believe they said. Hey, Nemu, how you doing? Arg.
Captain Orla, you made it just in time.
I love how she sounds like a Pokemon attacking. Body slam! Tetsugetsu!
Baby pirates, we love to sail the seven seas. Just a bunch of scallywags who are as free can be. We swim through storms and waves, all because you see grand treasure and adventures waiting just for me.
Hooray!
I'm glad that cringe song is short.
Okay, it must. I must have something that could
Totally-
tell
I'm
us.
Totally stumped.
That's the only thing I could really think of, unless.
Something happened in those prep rooms. Do we have any evidence that...
We don't have any evidence with the prep rooms. I do remember Pearls was talking about getting lost and. You want to try presenting this?
No. Do we... Okay, what did we have in this inventory that belonged to Pearls originally?
The calendar. She got it mixed up, but that's not it. Which honestly, I would think that was it because it says meet the captain at 7 a.m.
I don't know how it's not it.
Exactly.
The fish?
I mean, I like what Dr. Awesome's saying here. I mean, the camera might be the only one that has anything to do with time, because it does show 10:09 a.m. Maybe we're trying to argue that there could be other camera footage.
Oh, I can't think of anything else.
Let's do it. Why not? Let's try it.
Take that!
This was actually. Oh.
Okay, fair enough.
We've only seen the footage from 10:09 to 10:10 a.m.
Personally, I much like my theory of there is a date and time that said go at 7 a.m. But, you know, whatevs, game, whatevs.
Which means there's still footage going further back that we need to check. Your Honor, I request that all of the security footage be played for the court.
All the footage?
Mr. Plume witnessed a cloud of blood at around 10:10 a.m. But I believe the victim was already dead by that time.
So your assertion is that the murder took place before Mr. Plume arrived?
Exactly. The security camera footage starts at 10:10 or at 10 a.m. when the aquarium opened.
Is it Mud? Hello, Mud. Muud LLC.
And I believe there's vital evidence and I believe there's vital evidence in the 10 minutes before.
You are quite the gambling man, right, Dono? Are you honestly willing to risk everything on those mere 10 minutes?
I've bet on slimier chances before, but when he puts it that way.
Hold it!
My boss is no coward, Prosecutor Blackquill, so I suggest you get ready to eat humble pie.
Uh-oh. I can't back down now.
Oh no.
Well, if the defense is that confident in its importance. Prosecutor Blackquill, the security footage.
Fulbright. Roger, I have the rest of the security footage right here.
Very well. Please play it for the court.
Please, please have something for me.
This is what it looked like at 10:10 a.m. The witness can be seen here. All right, I'll just back the footage up to the beginning now.
It appears Mr. Plume hasn't arrived yet at this point.
Now to see if I can find something from before this time. Now to see if I can find something from before this point in time. It's just the whale being a whale.
Yeah, it's just a whale.
Is that it?
Yep,
Wait.
that's all the footage there is.
Wait, if the whale was on the camera the whole time, then did we not capture footage of the murder?
You know, you do have a point.
Well, Mr. Wright, do you see what you were looking for?
Because the whale was on the camera the whole time.
We got nothing. Humph. Well, right, Dono. Those were 10 minutes you placed your bet on. Did you see anything of significance?
Did I see anything important? I'd better think about this carefully. In the footage, we see something important. The whale doesn't leave the camera. This is the important thing the footage shows. I hope I'm right.
The whale itself.
Take that!
And what is so vital about that point, Mr. Wright?
Different things are important to different people. Importance is a subjective thing.
The judge is probably going, and this penalty is pretty subjective too.
Yes. Just as my decision to assign a penalty is a subjective thing.
We know these games so well, we predict everything that's gonna happen.
We know it's humor.
Wait a minute. What if something that should be in the footage isn't there? Please wait, Your Honor. That footage.
Maybe nothing important. I think that's probably the line of logic. And that's why it's important.
Okay. We can see nothing of importance in that footage.
Which is, I think I get what the line of logic is. We're not seeing anything important, which is why it's important. Because now that I really think about it, there is a blind spot like around here. So like the whale was just kind of chilling here for 10 minutes. There was never a part when it came up here to attack the guy, like you were saying. Just as I thought. Ha 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 ha! You're right about that! That section was completely meaningless! It doesn't show a thing! That's why I didn't submit it as evidence!
Objection!
No, it's just the opposite.
Huh? What do you mean by that?
In this 10 minutes of footage, something important that should be there isn't there. Detective Fulbright, this footage should have been submitted as evidence.
What? Are you questioning the way I carry out my duty to justice?
Mr. Wright, explain yourself, please. What is this important thing that you say should be in the footage but isn't?
The body?
Should we go body? Well, let's do it.
I mean, do we have profile? Well, technically, we could present his profile or maybe the body. I don't know. Let's try the body.
I mean, we don't have the option to go profiles.
Oh.
Take that!
The important thing we should see in the footage is the victim himself, Jack Shipley. I don't know about you, but I didn't see him get in the pool in that footage.
Oh!
Ah! That's right!
If the victim is not shown entering the pool in this footage, it means that he must have been there by the skull rock It means that he must have been there by the skull rock during those 10 minutes. So he was dead long before the whale did anything.
Yeah, I think that's
But
what's
no
going on
human
here.
being can hold their breath underwater for that long.
Wait a minute! Are you saying...
When the security camera started up at 10 a.m., the victim was already dead.
What?
Order! Order in the court! If that's the case, then when was the victim murdered?
I don't know, Your Honor, but we now know it had to have been sometime before 10 a.m. Therefore, this footage can no longer be called decisive evidence against my client.
Humph. But there is no one else who could have killed the victim.
Not necessarily. The defense believes that the true culprit may have been human. And we have evidence to back up our theory as well.
Do you now? I would be very interested in seeing this evidence. Now is the calendar?
The defense's trump card. That thing we found during our investigation yesterday. I wouldn't go so far as to call it decisive, but now's the time to play it.
Very well, Mr. Wright. Please submit your evidence. What evidence shows that the crime may have been committed by a human?
Take that!
Look at this calendar.
And that substantiates your claim how?
What are you doing? That's not the right piece of right piece at all, boss.
That's what I was just thinking myself, judging by the judge's expression. Could it be the the blood-covered coin?
Oh, probably, yeah.
Mr. Wright, you will refrain from presenting evidence you're not sure about just to feel me out.
Stop filling me out, Mr. Wright.
I must still be rusty, but this time I'll present our real trump card.
Let's try again, Mr. Wright.
So the coin.
That's what I think.
What's this? A coin?
It's a bribe, Your Honor.
Yes, a fake coin used in the aquarium's pirate show. We found it besides the pool. This coin is quite possibly the real murder weapon.
This tiny little coin is the murder weapon? Mr. Wright, if this is another one of your bluffs.
As they say, the bolder the presentation, the less confident the solicitor.
This is no bluff, and this isn't the only coin. There are 300 of these coins in there are 300 of these coins in all, weighing a total of about 7 pounds. This one just happens to have blood on it.
Did you have the blood analyzed to see who it is?
Not yet. But there were coins scattered all around the body, and the victim had a head wound.
Is the victim Sonic the Hedgehog?
Huh?
He just got whacked, and then all the rings, or in this case, coins, just scattered all over.
Gosh. Taking these things into account, I believe it has to be the victim's blood. So to put it together, we have about 7 pounds of coins by the side of the pool. One of them with a blood stain on it. I think the answer is pretty clear here. Your Honor, the defense proposes that the victim was killed besides the pool.
The side of the pool? But if the murder took place there, it would be difficult to say the orca did it.
I realize you're trying to defend your client, but that theory is preposterous. How could 300 coins possibly be made to hit someone all at once?
It'd be pretty easy if there were a bag or something of that nature.
And so where is this bag of coin? And so where is this bag the coins were in?
Unfortunately, Your Honor, we recovered nothing of the sort from the scene. It is possible the culprit took it with them.
They took it?
The true culprit used the coins as a blunt instrument to commit murder. They then threw the body into the pool before the security camera started up. And then they left, taking the bag of coins, or taking the bag the coins were in with them. They got rid of the evidence that points to a human culprit to pin the blame on Orla.
That was brilliant, Mr. Wright. You found a way to introduce the possibility of a human perpetrator.
Yeah, somehow. Let's hope my luck holds out. I wonder why Prosecutor Blackwell hasn't said anything.
The possibility of a perpetrator other than the defendant has now been suggested. But if we hold this possibility to be true, then what did Mr. Plume witness?
That's right! I saw the killer whale attack the victim! Just like it did a year ago, singing a song! I guess there still is that. Even with somebody else as the culprit, Orla's behavior was still pretty bizarre. Wonder why she was doing the same thing she did a year ago.
But is it really that bizarre?
What do you mean?
To explain the inexplainable. Oh, the inexplicable. To explain the inexplicable, all we have to do is turn our thinking about.
Oh, did Orla think that was the part of the show? Because in the show, the pirate captain dude, he falls in the water.
Ah.
Turn our thinking around, huh? Sounds good to me.
Time to give the old turn my thinking around method a try. Instead of trying to figure out why Orla did the same things she did a year ago, I should consider the results that were produced by her behavior this time around. Orla sang a song and did some headbutts and bit the victim. If the real culprit wanted to shift the suspicion onto Orla, then they would have needed to give people a reason to think Orla did it in the first place.
Mr. Wright, as her lawyer, how do you explain your client's actions?
I believe we should think of it in this way, Your Honor. What kind of effect did Orla's actions have on this case?
Very well. And why don't you explain it for the court? How did the defendant's actions affect the case?
Created a witness, they got rid of evidence.
They killed the victim. That's not they kill the victim. I don't think it's get rid of evidence. I think it's to create a witness.
Most likely.
To create a lot of noise, a lot of everything to catch attention.
Mr. Plume focused her attention on the orca pool because she heard the song. The orca's act of singing a song created a witness.
You know what? I just realized. We opened up the case to a lot of people, even to someone I didn't expect. Remember this piece of evidence right here? The whistle for instructing commands? No one else can hear it except for Orla.
Created a witness.
Isn't it possible that fabricating a witness was the real culprit's intention? After all, Mr. Plume witnessed two things. She saw Orla headbutt something over and over, and she saw the orca bite the victim. Those two actions of Orla's might have been the real culprit's plot to make the witness think the orca was attacking the victim.
Are you saying that the defendant was being manipulated by the true perpetrator?
Exactly. And that would explain Orla's actions perfectly.
But the defendant is an orca. Is it even possible to manipulate her?
Yeah, through training.
Yes, there is a way to manipulate Orla's behavior with this.
This right here.
Take that!
Is this A whistle?
Yes, Your Honor. Trainers at the aquarium use whistles to issue commands to Orla. But in truth, anyone can do it, provided they know the right signals.
Oh, that's right.
Ah, that must be how they got Orla to do tricks for their pirate show.
The true culprit hid the body in a spot that couldn't be seen from the visitor's corridor. Then when Mr. Plume appeared, they gave Orla the commands. In other words, Orla was manipulated by the culprit to perform a series of tricks.
What?
And as for you, Mr. Plume, you were manipulated by the true culprit to play the part of the witness.
Norma de Plume was set up? Norma de Plume, writer extraordinaire, was used? No!
You know, this might create a problem.
What's the problem?
Well, someone who knew how to command Orla did the murder, right?
Oh, you think it's Sasha?
I think the suspicion's gonna be pointed at Sasha.
Well, now we're defending Sasha! Yay!
Yeah, and the thing is, like, why would Sasha want the whale? If it was Sasha, why would she want the whale to be found innocent?
That's true.
Mr. Plume, please do something about your attire.
Hey, Sasha! Hey, we got the suspicion off the whale. Okay, good luck with your trial.
That was one more wardrobe malfunction I did not want to see.
That's a new sprite they did just for this.
Wait, him holding his head in his hands?
Yeah, I think he's never done that, has he?
No, he did that in the second game.
Oh, okay.
It would appear we need to shift our suspicion towards someone other than Orla. Prosecutor Blackquill, please have the bloodstained coin analyzed.
Humph. You waste your breath.
I guess even Prosecutor Blackquill can't refute the possibility of a human suspect.
You did it, boss! If the crime happened beside the pool, there's no way an orca could have done it!
Now, if only we could find the bag the coins were in.
In light of the new discovery, it would appear that the orca couldn't have done it.
Exactly, Your Honor. If the blood on the coin proves to be that of the victims, we can unequivocally overturn Orla's accusation.
Objection!
He broke free.
It's like Bobby Fulbright in the background. Stop doing that! Those are expensive!
Overturn the defendant's accusation? Humph. I think not.
Ah! My hair! My beautiful hair!
Yesterday, a new inmate was brought into the prison. He said, the moment you relax is when you're most vulnerable.
And what did this man go in for?
He is merely a sneaky thief who enjoys a spot of fishing now and again. But right dono here would be easier to hook than any fish.
That hawk sure does love the judge's head. Huh?
What's this? That coin from before and some sort of bag?
Oh, he found the bag.
A bag? I don't think I'm gonna like this.
This is the coin bag the 300 coins were in. I believe you were looking for this?
How did you get that?
I never said we didn't find it at the crime scene. The bag had blood on it, so naturally, I had it sent to the crime lab.
And does the blood belong to the victim?
It does indeed, as does the blood on the coin.
I knew it! So the blood on the coin did belong to the victim.
The bag was open and the coins had all spilled out. But the bag alone wasn't proof enough to say that it was used as a murder weapon. However, thanks to the defense and their coin, I am more than satisfied that it was.
Prosecutor Blackwell, are you conceding that the true culprit committed the murder with the bag of coins?
I shall concede that the victim was put into the pool after his death. However, even with the bag, it doesn't change the fact that it was the orca that killed the victim.
What? How can you still suspect Orla?
You said the true culprit manipulated Orla's behavior. But Orla isn't the kind of orca that would let someone control her. If anything, Orla used the victim's behavior against him to murder him.
What? But
Are you arguing that the orca manipulated a human being?
Humph. To prove it, I have summoned another witness. Marlon Rhymes, take the stand.
Marlon Rhymes is a witness?
Uh-oh.
Drugs.
Well, don't just stand there. State your name.
Drugs.
I told you I didn't want to be a witness. I thought one witness would be quite enough to prove the defendant's guilt. But apparently Right Dono won't be satisfied until every stone is turned. Well, son of a... All right, fine. If I gotta talk, then let's get this over with. Mr. Rhymes doesn't seem like a willing witness.
I wonder what Prosecutor Blackwell is going to have him testify about.
So could we have your name and occupation for the records, witness?
Drugs.
Ahoy! Yo, yo, yo ho ho! People of the law, time to testify. Chillin' with my crew at the ship shape. Orcas, penguin, and the seascape. Cleaning and feeding, there isn't no end. But them bratty kids tours, I shall transcend. New animal keepers from the House of Rhymes. I'm the master keeper, Marlon with the rhymes.
Drugs.
He drops the mad beats, dude.
Oh, my. I'm afraid I couldn't understand a word you said. Is that flip-flop music young people like nowadays?
It's one of them flip-flop musics.
So close, Your Honor. So close, and yet so far.
Flip-flop.
Please proceed with your testimony, witness, without the flip-flops.
Okay, fine. But I don't want to do this, I tell you. I feel like I'm selling Sasha out. He still has his fish bucket. At about 10 a.m., I was at the staff room. I heard a loud noise from the pool room, so I went to the door to look in. I couldn't see the captain or the orca, but I saw a bunch of coins scattered around. The orca knows where there's a certain spot people stand to play volleyball with her. I think maybe she knocked down the staff that was piled up there. Knocked the stuff that was piled up there and hit the captain.
So it gives us a little more info about the area around the orca pool.
Around the orca pool on the first and second floor.
The defendant made the stuff fall down?
Overturned crates and assorted props were scattered all over the pool room floor. There's no doubt that it was the orca that caused the mess.
But could she really have done that from within the pool?
As I said, the orca is the only one that could have performed such a feat. The pool and his room were tidied the night before, including its various odds and ends. But when our rhyming Marlin took a look-see, over 400 pounds of props had fallen. To move it all in one go would challenge even the brawny prisoners in the cell next to mine.
What is he? The jail gossip?
So, how did 400 pounds of items fall all at once? I'll tell you how. The orca pulled on the cloth that was underneath them.
Oh no.
All the stuff that could have killed him, all those crates, all those barrels, and a bag of 7 pounds worth of coins was the thing that did the final blow. Sure, whatever. A weight that would be all but impossible for a human to move was child's play to an orca. During a friendly game of volleyball, the defendant made the crates fall, and the bag of coins were among the items fell on the victim's head and killed him. The orca then toyed with the victim's body underwater, which is what Mr. Plume saw.
Objection!
But the witness only said he heard a loud noise. That doesn't automatically make it the sound of Orla making the items fall. Also, why did you only look in on the pool? Also, why did you only look in on the pool room anyway, Mr. Rhymes?
That orca sometimes makes loud noises to summon her trainer. But I'm still a newbie, so I don't have a security card to get me in the pool room yet. So even if you try to summon somebody, there isn't much I could do about it.
I see. So the witness couldn't enter the crime scene.
Good to know.
Objection!
If Mr. Rhymes couldn't enter the room, there's at least one thing he can't be sure about. His statement that the orca was playing volleyball is purely speculation.
Silence.
Whether the orca was actually playing volleyball or not is not the issue. Traces of the orca's saliva were found on the cloth that was underneath the crates. The important point is that the orca is the only one that could have moved the items.
Ugh! I have to discredit that statement somehow. If I don't, it'd mean that Orla was the culprit, even if the victim died besides the pool.
All right then.
Drugs.
Drugs. Oh my god.
Hold it!
Are you sure about the time you were in the staff room?
What? Yes, I'm sure. I'm pretty good with time. I've never been late to work once.
Are you sure about the time? And there's something wrong with that statement. I better take another look through the court record.
All right. Please continue with your testimony, Mr. Rhymes.
Wait. Would he have showed up on the camera? No, he wouldn't have. Never mind.
I want to go back to that one though. About 10 a.m. I was in the staff room. Yeah, let's take another look here. So, diagram. He was in the staff room. So he was in the staff room at second floor. He couldn't access in here. But we have evidence? It's the calendar. Is this where we present the calendar?
It appears to belong to Rhines. It was accidentally switched with Pearl's calendar around 10:10 a.m.
And Pearl's was over here. Oh, I almost pressed the wrong button. She was in the food prep area at 10:10.
Ah!
It's the calendar now. This is where we use the calendar.
Okay.
We were wrong.
You say we're in the staff room, but is that really true?
Of course it's true. Why would I lie about a thing like that?
Mr. Rhymes, have you ever seen this calendar before?
Hey, that's...
I see you recognize it.
Yeah, that's the rifle calendar. It's a big hit in the ship-shaped aquarium gift shop. Thank you for shopping at ShipShape.
Stop dropping fish all over my courtroom! Mr. Rhymes, please refrain from scattering fish around the witness stand.
Not to worry, your baldness. Taka will have them cleaned up in no time. Freebird!
I guess that bird comes in handy now and then.
All right, Mr. Wright. We have all seen your cute souvenir. Now, if you wouldn't mind.
No, Your Honor, this isn't my calendar. It was originally the witness's, but it came into the possession of a certain young lady.
But what?
Mr. Rhymes and this young lady first met each other in the food prep room. After a mishap, their calendars got switched around. They ran into each other at about 10:10 a.m. in the food prep room. So clearly, the witness was not in the staff room. In other words, there's no way he could have heard the noise in the pool room upstairs.
Arr! What's this? This is the first I'm hearing about any calendar.
That's because Mr. Rhymes and Pearls were keeping it a secret.
You lied to me? This transgression will not go unpunished. Arrgh!
So, Mr. Rhymes, you didn't hear the noise of the equipment falling after all, did you?
Okay, I admit it. I didn't hear the noise in the orca pool room myself. But someone told me about it.
Who told you about it?
It was,
Unless you tell the truth, Mr. Rhymes, I can't save Orla. And I'm sure you know how sad that would make Miss Buckler.
I heard about it from Sasha.
What? From Miss Buckler?
But that doesn't make sense.
What is going on here?
Now it's the trainer's own words that drives the orca into a corner. How do you like being bitten by your own client, right, Dono?
I certainly didn't see this coming.
What perfect timing. There is something I wanted to ask Miss Buckler about the orca. The prosecution calls the trainer, Miss Sasha Buckler, to the stand.
Yes, I suppose it would be a good idea to hear what the orca's trainer has to say.
I don't know what Sasha's going to say. But I'll just have to meet it head on. Whatever it is.
We will take a 25-minute recess while the witness is summoned.
Well, all right then.
Want to go on the seesaw?
You know, I want the slide this time, honestly.
Ah, but the seesaw, man.
Yeah, but I saw the janitor. He was greasing up the slide. I think I can make it pretty fast, dude. I think I could break the record.
I mean, are you sure? That sounds kind of dangerous. You sure you don't want to just do it a little safer? Come on, the seesaw. It's a two-person thing.
Now I'm going down the land speed record. I'm going down the slide, dude. Let's continue the next chapter.
Who am I supposed to seesaw with?
I don't know. You're making me sad about this hypothetical. Okay, fine. I'll seesaw with you then.
Yay!
Mr. Wright, are you going to cross-examine Sasha?
I guess I'll have to ask her about a noise from the stuff falling down.
Mr. Wright.
Mr. Rhymes, why did you lie?
I didn't want Sasha to have to appear in court. I thought if anybody had to testify, I should be the one to do it for her. But why would you go to all these lengths?
Drugs.
Did you see the entry for the 20th on the calendar?
The note about meeting the captain at the orca pool?
Yeah, I found that calendar in the nap room. I think it's probably Sasha's. What? Then that means...
I guess it does look more like a woman's calendar than a man's. Oh.
Oh no.
This is not good.
Dr. Awesome, you were asking why I was focused on the calendar. I guess I just knew something was up, and the time on it was really weird. I didn't want suspicion to fall on Sasha. Mr. Wright, I gotta go back to the aquarium to look after the orca in Sasha's place. I'll be written for you on the other end of that TV phone. Please take care of Sasha. Okay, we can't let Prosecutor Blackquill get the best of us. Time to refocus.
You're right. After all, we're the only ones who can save Orla. What's Apollo doing right now?
I don't know. I was thinking Rhymes had a crush on her for a second. I think he does. I think it was mentioned previously. And then Wolfo asked, "What did I miss?"
Drugs.
Yeah, drugs. And we almost got our client acquitted, but now we're pulled right back in. They're saying she still did it. So now we're prosecuting the trainer.
The court will now reconvene. Prosecutor Blackquill, please call the witness to the stand.
Again, you waste your breath.
My name is Sasha. My name be... Oh, me. Me name be Sasha, and I be one of Captain Orla's swashbucklers.
She's so cute.
Kind of annoying.
Yeah.
I come to rescue me bucko from the false charges put on her by dread pirate Nose Stash.
No stash. I guess no stash refers to Prosecutor Blackwell this time?
Well, it can't be the judge. He has a mustache and a full beard.
Now then, Captain Judge, shall we begin the pirate's court?
What's annoying about her? She just wants to be a silly pirate. Yeah, she's the silliest little thing, you know?
Captain Judge? I rather like that.
The judge is getting in on it.
Avast, ye matey.
Give me the rum.
The rum. It makes me feel like a salty old sea dog.
And scene. How's that for a self-intro?
The court is not a show. State your full name and occupation. She's clearly a pirate, dude.
I'm Sasha Buckler. I work at Shapeship Aquarium. I work at Shipshape Aquarium. I perform in our swashbuckler spectacular.
It's a bit of a tongue twister.
It kind of is.
I perform in our swashbuckler spectacular pirate show alongside Orla as her trainer.
Now I kind of want some rum. I think I might have to get some rum after this. All the talk about pirates.
Well, you seem like a completely different person now.
I might just have some salami after this.
Oh, there you go.
That's my new go-to snack, salami. and
Salami.
cheese. Oh, I should have told you. I'll save it for another time. I just
Okay.
had a really nice salami and cheese combo.
Combo? Like as like a sandwich?
Well, not quite. Well, like a combination is what I meant. So I might as well tell it now. So at the grocery store I go to, they had I recently discovered this. For a limited time, they're having some Carolina Reaper cheese.
Oh.
Now, I've had Carolina Reaper before, and I tell you, it was hell on my tongue.
Oh, I bet.
Do not eat a raw Carolina Reaper. It is pain, misery, and if death has a taste, that's what it was. However, in cheese, see, Carolina Reaper in cheese. So you know how milk is usually what you go to if you want to get like you want to calm like a spice attack.
Yeah, apparently the enzymes in cheese will react with the spice and will calm it down.
Yeah, so the Carolina Reaper cheese was not a tenth as bad as the actual pepper was. So, but it was still a little spicy. So I get like the slice of cheese, break them up a bit, and wrap salami around them. It's so good.
Oh, that does sound really good.
There's a little recipe any of you who can find access to Carolina Reaper cheese can try.
You really think so? Thanks. I was in my pirate show persona just then. Prosecutor Blackwell said I could introduce myself any way I like.
Blackcoat's like, I regret my life choices.
Gotta
like,
represent
I'm-
the brand.
He's like, I murdered a man, and this is the one thing I regret more.
I bet money he didn't think you were going to do it like that.
And what will this witness testify about?
The orca manipulated the victim into playing volleyball, and then knocked the items down. The witness will report about hearing the noise that caused the victim's death.
Now wait just a minute. Sure, Orla uses the ball to break props sometimes. She even spiked the ball at the giant octopus leg yesterday when I was cleaning.
So Orla was the one who broke the leg, huh?
But she couldn't have knocked down the huge stack of equipment with her little ball.
What that tongue do, though? Humph. I thought you were paying attention to the trial over the telecast. But you apparently know nothing of what we've been discussing. The orca knocked down the equipment by pulling on the cloth that was underneath it. No one said anything about the orca knocking it down with a ball.
What? Is that what you were talking about?
She's messing with the sword.
I came here to give Prosecutor Nostash a good keel hauling. But I'm the one getting cat o' nine tails. Well, he's as vicious as a tiger shark.
Miss Buckler, just focus on your testimony and you'll be all right. Don't worry, we'll take care of that tiger shark for you.
Thank you, Athena.
She has little tubies. She should blow it back up.
Okay, I can do this. My testimony will be Finn Omnial.
I love it because you were trying to figure it out. You can see when it clicked.
Okay, I can do this. My testimony will be Finn Omnial.
All right, Miss Buckler. Please proceed with your testimony.
Hearing the noise.
I admit I heard Orla summoning me with a loud noise. But the aquarium guest scream I heard over the walkie-talkie was more urgent. I talked to Nora DePlume first, and then went to the pool room with the security guard. The equipment was everywhere, and the captain was lying in the middle of it all.
Interesting.
Her story doesn't seem to be much different from Marilyn Rhymes' testimony.
Hey, Ghost, how you doing?
Or does it? The circumstances are different. The actual order of Orla's actions depend on the order of the witness heard, the actual order of Orla's actions depend on the order the witness heard the two noises. If she heard the scream first, the prosecution's claims don't stand up.
Objection!
Unfortunately for you, she doesn't remember the order of what she heard.
She doesn't?
What do you mean you don't? If it's not pirate themed Phoenix, I don't remember anything.
I was distracted at the time, so I don't really recall which one I heard first. I was lost in thought until the guard brought me back to myself. Sorry I'm no help.
As long as the order remains unclear, I shall not alter the prosecution's claim. After killing the victim with a bag of coins, the orca toyed with the body in the water.
I have to turn things around here somehow. Unless I can prove the sound Sasha heard was not the sound of the victim's murder. Blackwell's claims that Orla put down the equipment to kill the victim will stand. If I want to save Orla, I have to find a contradiction no matter how small.
Very well. Your cross-examination, please, Mr. Wright.
This is Turnabout Big Top done right. Interesting claim.
We didn't get a heal. Uh-oh.
You have to do 3 cross-examinations on 1 life bar?
We got 2.
Yeesh. What made you think Orla was summoning you?
Oh, you mean 1 hole with life bar. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Orla knows the sound of her cry, Oh. Orla knows the sound of her cries doesn't carry far enough. So sometimes she summons people by making a loud noise. That Orla is smarter than the average whale, I tell you.
Taka would not be bested in a battle of wits.
Hold it!
He's so proud of his bird. Look at him. Wait a minute. Widget is the smartest one of all. Which is like, please don't bring me in this. Look at Widget. He's like, yo, bitch, shut up. Both the bird and the whale's gonna swallow me whole. Don't bring it up. Mirror, mirror on the wall. Who's the smartest of them all? Widget!
Am I expected to enter truly into my kid is better than yours?
My daughter can summon panties. Yeah, I will leave.
And did you heed the summons of this very intelligent Orla immediately?
I couldn't right away. Although I was concerned about her, of course. The aquarium guest scream I heard on the walkie-talkie was more urgent.
Hold it!
You heard Mr. Plume scream?
That's right. I heard her through the walkie-talkie of a guard making his rounds.
What's the walkie-talkie on?
Ah! I can still hear it in my head. It was so loud, I thought it was a sea lion.
What? Oh, a sea lion.
That's an actual animal.
I was confused. I thought it was talking about like a fish that was.
Oh, you're thinking of a lionfish.
Okay.
Those guys are super cool.
Aren't they poisonous?
Oh yeah, they're incredibly venomous. Is it venomous or poisonous? I don't know if.
I believe venom is when it bites you and you die. Poisonous is when you touch it and you die.
Okay. But
Oh, go ahead.
I'm trying to think though. It has barbs, so does that count as poisonous? I don't know. That's weird.
Well, yeah, like the poison is on its body. It doesn't like actively inject it into you. Like you touch it, you're the one who gets the poison.
Fair enough.
Like a snake is venomous because they bite and inject the poison.
Isn't poisonous just like the act of being though? So like a tree frog is poisonous.
Yeah, the tree frog is poisonous, but it doesn't have fangs it can use to inject poison into you.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like it's its state of being is just poisonous.
Yeah.
You won't call that. You
poisonous
wouldn't call it venomous.
No, you would not. Venomous would be like it actively injects the poison into you. Like it attacks you to get the poison in.
Okay, fair enough.
Mr. Plume sort of reminds me of a sea lion, actually.
Shit.
She kind of reminds me more of a pufferfish.
I know, right? Oh, I should call her Sea Lion Lady and see how she likes it.
I guess Athena is still upset about being called Yellow Girl.
What did you do after hearing the visitors scream?
You call me Yellow Girl? If this wasn't localized, that would be racist.
Oh my god. What the fuck, dude? That was so out of pocket. What the hell?
You and the security guard headed to the Orca pool room?
Yeah, apparently. That obnoxious writer lady said she didn't trust me by myself. That's why, after talking to her, the guard and I went to the pool room together. Why be the wench so suspicious? Arr! I demand a swordfish duel! That's what I felt like saying to her anyway.
I'm afraid I don't get it.
The judge doesn't know C puns. That was a line from the show when Orla and Sasha quarreled with each other. Did you do your swashbuckler spectacular homework, Your Honor?
Why am I getting scolded here, Mr. Wright?
And why am I getting scolded here, Your Honor?
Fair enough.
Miss Buckler, please tell me what happened after you headed to the pool room.
All right. When the guard and I got there, we saw that.
The equipment was everywhere, and the captain was lying in the middle of it all.
You know what? Let's see something real quick.
Why is his body in the water at 1? Why would he be in the water at all, actually?
Yeah, and also, there's no equipment all over the place. Should we present this? This might be the thing.
Can try.
Objection!
Oh.
Uh-oh.
That statement is clearly inconsistent with this evidence, Your Honor. You know, we didn't press that statement. We should have probably...
I hope you don't think waving your finger about aimlessly is going to help you win this trial.
I agree. I see nothing inconsistent with that evidence.
We should probably save. I must have the wrong evidence.
Okay, let's just press it then.
Can you save?
I'm going to save, don't worry.
Okay. What do you recall about the scene exactly?
I don't remember much, to be honest. I was in total shock from seeing the captain like that. If you ask me something specific, I might be able to remember it, though.
Specific questions, huh? Okay, let's see. What should I ask her about?
Jack Shipley or the things scattered around?
I think we should go with the things scattered around.
Okay.
Could you tell me more about the things that were scattered around?
They were equipment and props for the new show.
The new show?
Yeah, we were supposed to debut a brand new swashbuckler spectacular yesterday. We already defeated the giant octopus and no stash, after all. We were going to have new nemesises, Red Stash. Here's the fly. He's on the.
Can't read today.
He's on the flyer.
I totally get it. I'm zonked today as well. Oh, that's the flyer Rifle was distributing. Who will obtain the gold coins hidden in the Skull Rock? Oh, I wish it could be me.
Leave it to you, Athena, to know all about it. Orla's even got some new tricks for the new show.
Advertising the new show, okay.
So all the stuff fell down was for this new show. Is that it?
That's right. A bunch of props and crates and other equipment stacked up.
Your Honor, for the record, I'd like that information added to the witness's testimony.
Very well. Miss Buckler, please append what you just said to your testimony.
Sure thing.
I'm gonna go back and ask about the other. Oh wait, no, they updated that. Okay, let's go ahead and save. There we go. Because we're in Death's Door right now.
Hold it!
These props for the new show, what kind of things were they?
A blown-up dolphin and anchor, Red Stash's costume, the bags of coins, stuff like that. The captain was wearing his usual costume, and the new props were all there.
There's the scarf. But where's the scarf here?
Hey.
Yeah, because right here, he has the scarf. Fluttering red scarf. Huh.
Wait a minute. Something about that doesn't seem right.
Is there a problem with Sasha's testimony?
Yes, there is.
You say the captain was wearing his usual costume, but is that completely accurate?
Come on, Phoenix. Why are you nitpicking my
What?
Come on, Phoenix. What are you nitpicking my testimony for?
If we look at the body, we see there's a discrepancy between that and your statement. You stated that the victim was wearing his usual costume, but you'll notice that the victim was wearing a red scarf around his neck. I imagine this red scarf is part of his new costume for the new pirate show.
Oh, right. It's written right here in the flyer for the new show. Featuring the dashing Red Stash with a fluttering red scarf.
That's
Although-
one heck of an advertising point for a show.
Yeah, you know, he's Red Stash. You could tell because he has a red mustache and a scarf. That's why he's Red Stash.
He sniffed paint a little too much and the color got on the mustache.
Let this be a lesson to you kids. Don't be Red Stash.
And don't be
Although-
Rhymes either.
All right, don't be anyone in here, okay?
Drugs.
Drugs indeed. Although I have to say, it just looks like a red scarf was added to his old costume.
Yeah, well, the captain was never one to spend much money on costumes. But, you know, the captain wasn't wearing that red scarf.
But in this photo, I believe I see the red scarf.
Yeah, but it's not wrapped around his neck. It's just draped on top of his neck. That red scarf was packed away with the rest of the new show's equipment. It must have fallen on top of the captain when the equipment fell down.
Oh, I see. Well, then why was he lying down?
It looks like your discrepancy wasn't really a discrepancy after all.
So the scarf doesn't have anything to do with the case? But there's something about the timing of the stuff falling that bothers me. Hold on. The timing of the stuff falling. The timing. Maybe. My theory has been wrong from the beginning. Maybe the bag of coins isn't the murder weapon.
So your last cross-examination ends in failure as well. You should know that such a feeble slash will never hurt me. As I said, the orca made the equipment fall and then toyed with the body in the water.
Objection!
I'm sorry, Prosecutor Blackquill, but based on the circumstances at the scene, the defendant couldn't have dragged the body into the water after the equipment fell.
And why, pray tell, is that?
Oh, I'll tell you all right.
After I save. Because I don't really know if I truly understand the logic here.
If my theory has been wrong, and I'll just have to fix it.
Yes, Mr. Wright. Please do tell the court. What indicates the body was not dragged into the water after the items fell?
What indicates that
Was
the
not-
body was not dragged into the water after the items fell? Do you think it's the scarf?
That's my first guess, but let's think just a little bit more.
What proves the body wasn't in the water after the items fell? What
So
proves
Phoenix also thinks that the bag of coins wasn't the murder weapon either, right?
Mm-hmm. What proves the body wasn't in the water after the things fell?
Could it be the blood stain? If the body was in the water, the blood would have faded away.
I'm trying to figure out what the question is asking here. What proves the body wasn't in the water after the things fell? Yeah, I think it is the blood stain because it proves that he got hit by the stuff that fell.
He proves he got hit by something. There's also the scarf. If it was just gently draped around his neck. I guess we can try the blood stain.
Take that!
Please focus on this point.
That point? I don't see any particular problem there.
Uh-oh.
Right here. No, I mean, right around here. To, somewhere over there-ish. And please also take a look at this area over here as well.
Mr. Wright, your point is gradually expanding to the entire photograph.
Uh-oh.
That's enough. I see no need to further prolong this trial. The defense's case is insufficient to overturn the prosecution's claims. This court finds the defendant, Aura Shipley, guilty.
Uh-oh. Retry from this scene? Let's do it.
Wouldn't you want to resume from the save that we just dropped?
Let's just see what happens here. I want to see if it gives us a fresh life bar. I'm totally Oh, there we go.
Okay.
It gave us a fresh life bar. Let's go.
Well, that's nice. And I guess the scarf. I can't think of anything else.
What proves the body wasn't in the water after the things fell?
I guess the fact that the body's not.
What about the coins?
I can't think of anything.
What about the coins? Awesome. I guess I'm just maybe I'm losing my mind. I don't know what it's asking here.
At this point, we might as well try random things. Let's just try the scarf.
Take that!
It was the scarf.
Okay then.
This red scarf fell at the same time as the bag of coins. But if the body was dragged into the pool after the bag of coins fell, then the red scarf wouldn't still be on top of the body.
What? You and me both,
other words-
Blackwell. I don't know what's going on here.
In other words, the victim was already dead when the equipment came crashing down.
Oh, is that what it's saying?
Therefore, the bag of coins that fell with the red scarf was not the murder weapon.
Silence!
But it was the defense who claimed the bag of coins was the murder weapon to begin with.
Well, yes, that's true.
Do you intend to abandon your original argument?
After hearing the testimony, I realized my theory about the murder weapon was wrong. Please recall the facts we have learned so far. It's a fact that what Orla bit was the victim's dead body. After all, when
That's
we
the
saw
judge.
the victim... Oh, my bad.
After all, when we saw the victim on the security footage, he was already dead.
But then, Orla... Oh, the stream kind of froze up for...
Oh.
Okay, alright. I think it's good now.
Oh, okay.
But then, Orla carried the victim's body to the side of the pool
Hello, Stick. How you doing?
and knocked down the equipment for the new pirate show that was piled up there.
Oh, according to Jesse, did you know that Gumshoe makes the not guilty glitter?
Really?
I think it was revealed in one of like the little like screenshot things at the end. I love to imagine he's still in the courtroom to this day.
Yes, he's got fired from a detective and now he's just full-time making the glitter for the courts.
The judge is like, "Hey, listen, I'll just pay you like $100 if you just throw glitter all over the place for the not guilties, okay?"
Maybe Orla was trying to alert the humans to the victim's condition.
Also, I thought I already said hello to you, Stick.
You did, I heard you say it. If Orla knocked the items down on the victim after he was already dead...
I know that's right, Dr. Awesome. I miss Gumshoe so much.
Yeah, it's too bad. Then it means the defendant didn't kill the victim with those items.
But that's preposterous! Even still, your argument is lacking. If neither the orca's headbutting nor the bag of coins were the matter of death, then how do you propose the victim was killed?
A very good point. If the defense is now abandoning its original theory, then we would need a new theory as to what the murder weapon was.
All right. I doubt I have no clue. Would go over very well.
All right, let's go over what we still need to find out about the victim's body.
What we don't know is how he died and why his body was at the bottom of the pool. I wonder if there's something that would explain both of these things at once.
How did the victim's body sink to the bottom of the pool? On the diagram, it's easy enough to move the body to the bottom of the pool. But in real life, the water would just cause the body to float.
Right. Hold on. Water? Okay, then what if we flip that around? What if there was no water? Then the body would go right down in an instant.
But what about the orca?
What about the poor whale?
What about the whale? The whale just sit there beached, just like, what the fuck, dude?
So could the real manner of death be... falling? Thanks for the great hint, Athena.
Fall. What? I helped you and I didn't even know it?
Your Honor, I think we know the real manner of the victim's death.
Oh, this is gonna go over well, Phoenix.
I think won't do, Mr. Wright. I expect a clear answer.
I expect a straight answer, right? But I know you can't provide one of those.
Now then, what was the real manner of Jack Shipley's death?
What's the manner of the death that moved the victims to the bottom of the pool in an instant? Falling. Please take a look at this diagram on the orca's... Wait, I just realized something.
What?
That calendar said meet with the captain at 7 a.m., right?
Yes.
3 hours does sound like enough time to refill that giant tub with water.
And you know what? I just realized too. They could have had Orla in the where they do
the show area.
The show area. That's true.
If there was no water in this pool,
And it's a 65-foot drop.
then it would be very easy to move the victim's body to the bottom of the pool.
Yeet. Yeet and retreat.
He would drop straight down. Oh my! Could that be the true manner of death?
The Orca pool is about 65 feet deep. If the victim were to go from the top of the pool to the bottom when there was no water, then he would, without question, have fallen to his death.
Death from a fall!
And that's your answer? It all makes perfect sense. If he fell, that would explain the signs of blunt force trauma all over the body, too.
The culprit pushed the victim into the pool when there was no water in it. After doing something to keep the body from floating up, they filled the pool with water. The pool water washed away any signs of blood, so no one would realize that he fell.
Surprisingly, that actually makes sense. Order! Order in the court! I'm just as surprised as you are, but I must have order! If falling was the manner of death, and does that mean the defendant's behavior was the result of being manipulated by the true culprit, as the defense claimed?
Yes, it would have to be. All that needs to be explained is how the real culprit commanded Orla. Miss Buckler, is there a way to instruct Orla to bite someone?
What? What kind of trick would that be? Of course not.
Then could you tell us about the tricks Orla does know?
Well, there's jumping, dancing, and playing volleyball. And she can spin, do the rock and roll trick, and sing the swashbuckler spectacular song.
Those sound like pretty nice tricks, but I doubt they're related to this case.
She's also practicing 2 new top secret tricks. There's the human rocket where she can shoot somebody up into the air. And there's the lifesaver trick where she brings a drowning person to the surface. There we go.
Oh, there it is. She was trying to take him back to the surface.
Wow. Oh, the poor whale tried to save him.
Oh. Well, I mean, I don't think she knew, because like whoever had her perform the lifesaver trick, they knew that the witness would be there to see it.
Mm-hmm.
So she called her to do that right then and there.
Hey, one of those top secret tricks might have something to do with this case. Now, which of these 2 tricks might sound relevant to the case? The lifesaver. So in the lifesaver trick, Orla brings a drowning person to the surface, correct?
You caught it. Orla's still learning how to hold someone gently in her mouth. So she sometimes bites into their clothes, but she never hurts a person's skin.
She brings a drowning person to the surface? Then that must be it! And then the killer whale swam up towards the surface with the victim in its mouth.
That matches up perfectly with what Mr. Plume said in her testimony.
The real culprit must have used the lifesaver trick to manipulate Orla.
I still find this very hard to believe.
Then let's see for ourselves. Let's have Orla show us her trick using a practice dummy.
Humph. As you wish.
The prosecution doesn't appear to have any objections. Miss Buckler, please proceed.
Okay, sure. I'll show you Orla's phenomenal trick. Hey, Marlin, are you ready over there?
Drugs.
Okay, let me just get the practice dummy. There, it is in the pool. Ready and standing by, Sasha.
Here goes. Orla's secret new trick, the lifesaver.
Good girl. The clothes got torn up a little, but the dummy doesn't have any new marks on it.
It's such a cute animal.
It is.
And there you have it. Orla's secret new trick.
And the audience cheers. Wow, that orca really is something.
A cute thing like that wouldn't hurt anybody.
Sounds like the gallery loves Orla's performance.
That was great. That awesome trick captures everyone's hearts.
Hey, so apparently, according to Jess Springer, the confetti thing is revealed in Justice for All's endings and in the small comics made for the games. He used to do fireworks for Edward's guilty verdicts.
He's just all he's all for like the confetti and the fireworks and just celebration. Hold on, how did the Orla hear the whistle? It's clear that they have a two-way communication with that phone and that TV, so I think that had something. Oh, good.
You can finish your point if you want to.
I'll go for it.
Like the two-way TV you were talking about?
Yeah, the two-way TV. Just because you didn't hear anything from the whistle, I think it was brought up that the whistle had a it was a certain wavelength that the whale can hear.
Mm-hmm.
Ho ho ho! Wonderful! I wish I could see more.
Looks like we silenced Prosecutor Blackquill.
Thank you, Orla and Miss Buckler. And thank you too, Mr. Rhymes. And so now you can clearly see how Orla was manipulated. The bottom of the orca pool needs to be examined immediately. We might still find some evidence of the victim falling to his death.
Prosecutor Blackquill, please have that taken care of at once. Excuse me, Prosecutor Blackquill, but I'm requesting further investigation.
Gah!
Huh? Oh.
Tisk tisk, Prosecutor Blackquill. You had to answer the nice judge politely. Oh, that's right. I almost forgot. The thing you asked for just came in. Oh, no. Ugh. And you couldn't be bothered to think of a less violent way to deliver it?
I don't want to hear that from you, murderer. What did Prosecutor Blackwell ask for?
Updated autopsy report. I've been waiting for this.
Oh, and what is that?
An updated autopsy report.
Of course. You get it right every time.
Did Gumfuck not tell you? Salary cutting noise
Did Bobby
intensifies.
Butthead not tell you?
Ching, 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 ching. That autopsy report, you can shove it up your ass because it's outdated.
What? Why did it have to come now?
During the recess, I ordered the body to be re-examined. Something started nagging at me during the course of the trial, you see. Here.
I take it you'd like me to read it. Very well. Cause of death thought to be from a 65-foot fall.
Hey, we were right! Our bluff came true!
But this is decisive evidence that substantiates Mr. Wright's theory.
What? It's something good for a change?
Phoenix is like, I have no clue what to do about this!
I don't know how to process this. This is a first. If the manner of death was falling into an empty pool, the orca can't be responsible. It seems Orla's complete innocence has been proven.
Humph. I suppose I can't deny that. This is fantastic! You did it, Mr. Wright! Prosecutor Blackquill isn't even trying to refute it! Orla is saved!
Yeah. Is it really safe to celebrate?
There's a but, though. There's a big old but.
It would appear more investigation into this case is necessary. But first allow me to render my verdict. This court finds the defendant, Orla Shipley, not guilty.
Yay!
Yay! Orla's not gonna be put down!
Look at her!
You did it! Thank you so much, Phoenix. Thank you, Athena. Orla and Marlin, thank you too.
Congrats, Sasha! Time to celebrate! Go on, eat up! Look at all the fish! Glad to see everyone so happy, and I'm absolutely thrilled about the verdict!
Uh-oh.
He's like, stop that music. Thank you, Right Dono.
Huh? For what?
The drained pool. Thanks to you, the truth is finally clear. Fulbright! Arrest this woman!
I knew it. I knew that was gonna happen.
Certainly! Right away, Prosecutor Blackquill! Sasha Buckler! You are hereby under arrest for the murder of Jack Shipley!
What? What are you talking about? What reason could you possibly have?
Come now. You must have had some idea in the back of your dull little mind. The true culprit manipulated the orca in order to have false charges brought upon her. And who is the only one with the ability to accomplish that? It can only be the orca's trainer.
But I'm sure there's some other explanation.
Silence.
I don't need any of your baseless counter arguments. Have you forgotten? In order to enter the orca's pool room, a security card is necessary. A security card that only the victim and Sasha Buckler possessed. Miss Buckler is the only one who could have caused the victim to fall to his death.
What?
No, I don't believe it! Miss Buckler was so upset by Mr. Shipley's death, she couldn't have done it! Fulbright. We asked the security company yesterday to check the security card logs. The reports just came in during the recess. The night before the incident, Sasha Buckler used her card to enter the Orca pool room. After that, not a single person entered the pool room.
Uh-oh.
Not until the incident was discovered, when Miss Buckler and the guard ran in.
Objection!
But no one would commit a murder where their card. But no one would commit a murder where their card usage was being recorded.
Apparently, the aquarium employees don't know that their card usage is tracked. What more, Miss Buckler was seen arguing with the victim before the incident. So, Miss Trainer, what were you arguing about?
It was a private matter. But it wasn't anything I would kill him over. That's ridiculous.
Miss Buckler is the only one who entered the room, and she knows how to command Orla. Besides, I thought her suspicious from the very beginning.
You suspected Miss Buckler from the start?
The Orca did tricks because someone commanded her to do so. Probably someone with a heart so black as to make her own partner the murder weapon. The possibility the Orca killed the victim. The possibility a human manipulated the Orca. I looked into both.
So he suspected both Sasha and Orla all along.
Humph. My gratitude to you. After all, you were the one who drew out that information about the lifesaver trick. The Orca you saved was an unwitting victim. A victim made to look like the weapon that killed Jack Shipley.
No!
All right, come along then. Let's have a good long talk.
Wait! I didn't kill the captain! And I would never try to frame Orla! Why would I hurt the ones I love like that?
Sasha!
Phoenix! Athena! You gotta believe me!
Well, that was bittersweet.
That's an understatement.
Well, we saved your client. Good job. Wait, so how are we going to get paid? The Orca? Oh, fuck, we can't get paid. The Orca doesn't have money.
Or the like. So what are we getting paid? The Orca just starts making sounds like 19243.
Okay, fine, we'll save her. Sasha didn't kill him. I believe that with all my heart. There's gotta be something we can do.
I feel the same way. Could I have done something differently? But never in my wildest dreams did I imagine things turning out like this.
It would appear that this case has taken on an entirely new aspect. But this trial is only concerned with a ruling on the defendant, Orla Shipley. So I'm afraid this concludes today's trial.
Is this the first time in the franchise's history that the defense of a like the defense? Oh no, she was arrested. Never mind.
What were you gonna say?
Was this the first time ever that a defense case ended without someone getting arrested, or without finding the real culprit? Assuming that Sasha is innocent, this might be the first time that we ended a defense case without the real culprit being caught.
Oh yeah, actually, I think you're right.
Assuming Sasha really didn't do it, which I'm under the impression she didn't.
Yeah, I don't think she did it. She gave way too much help to the defense to be the murderer, I think.
Yeah, and I do think a lot of the evidence was pointing towards her, but I don't know. All right. You want to put a pin on it?
Your call.
I say we put a pin on it. I think we're bound to probably get another 3 hour, and I don't know if I could do another 3 hours. So I think
come on, you got a coffee machine, right?
yeah, but it's just been one of those weeks, It's been one of those
Let's
weeks.
make it worse.
You
No,
make
but that's a good place to call it.
Yeah, you make a good case though. You're a bad influence, dude.
I never claimed to be a good one.
Fair enough, and I never claimed to be a good one for you either. Alrighty, guys, thank you all so very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Next time, we gotta defend Best Girl now. But anyway, thank you so much, GCD, for being here with me.
My pleasure.
And until next time, guys, I will see you later. Peace.
Sleep well.